shit, we are leading up to something big. Sorry about the cursing. Wait, no one's around. I can swear for real. Anyway, this is the last Mabelcorn, another really solid episode in Gravity Falls, and as you can see, I have a Dipper hat. I'm planning on being Dipper for Halloween. I had to get, and I got this since it was like the only thing. It's really big on me, actually. But yeah. So before I get into it, I'm just gonna read off the codes real quick, spare people the trouble. It started with bad dreams, which became nightmares. I was foolish. I answers paid the symbol's words when gravity falls. Alright, okay, here's the code. A simple man with eager ears may trust the whispers that he hears. In Cypher's game, he needs a pawn. Be sure to know which side you're on. Deep. So, this was a pretty deep episode of Gravity Falls in that very deep in that it was sort of doing what Gravity Falls has been doing a lot of recently, which is that we're still having our fun, wacky episodes, but we're always moving the story forward a little bit. And this very much felt like the calm before the storm, in that, you know, we have a fun, wacky episode, but just knowing what's coming is intense. So, but I've already described the episode. So, Ford has a vision of Bill, that Bill Cypher's going to come into this world and make a mess of everything. So he needs to protect the shack, which involves, you know, putting a bunch of moonstones in places, but they need Unicorn her, and Unicorn's only approach to those pure of hearts, so Mabel decides to set off with Wendy, Grenda, Candy, all the girlfriends, and they are basically going to set off to find the Unicorn. Meanwhile, Dipper and Ford try to protect their minds from Bill, and Dipper learns exactly who Bill Cypher is and what he wants. Ford contacted Bill for answers on Gravity Falls. Bill tricked him into building the portal. Ford thought it was for knowledge, but really Bill's just using Ford so he can come into, so he can physically appear in the world and cause all sorts of trouble. So that's why he gets to do it. So as I said before, it was a good episode for both things, you know, both for story, as far as moving the plot forward, giving us answers while still keeping it interesting, but it also still gave us the fun, wacky nonsense. So as far as plot, we finally got an answer of who Bill Cypher is, and it doesn't detract from the show at all, because now we have a sense of what's at stake, and it feels intense. Like, knowing this intense apocalypse is coming, which I honestly feel like this has to be the season finale. This has to be, like, the end game of the show. I mean, what are they going to do for a third season if, like, this is the end of season 2? And if so, what are we going to do, like, because we have a few more episodes of, like, how can you keep that up, that suspense up? Well, suspense up for the next few episodes. I don't know, but at least now we know where the show's going, and it's intense, just... It's going to be a dark finale, if I know it. We also have Dipper and Ford growing closer together. Like, I feel like that's going to backfire. Like, Dipper and Ford coming together. For as genuine as that friendship is, you have the two most obsessed people with answers, and I feel like that's ultimately going to be their weakness. And the Unicorn thing was amusing. It was good arc to have Mabel trying to prove herself, learning that, you know, what others think is not important. Good girl-centric arc. There were tons of good gags in this, from the gnomes coming to the fairy dust trade, which was funny. The references to National Treasure, like when they were going for the newspaper, oh, if you pause it, there's this funny article on pyramids. To an intense unicorn fight, which unfortunately takes place off-screen due to time, and also that this is a kid's show. And the unicorns are amusingly voiced by Sam Moran, who voices Benson, Muscle Man, Pops, and a bunch of other characters on regular show. He is Gareth and Clarence and the Muscular Ghost on Gravity Falls. So yeah, pretty experienced voice actor. So yeah, fun episode overall. Gravity Falls continues to do that well. I will say, for as much as I'm enjoying Gravity Falls, I am sort of missing the fun, wacky nonsense. I mean, we're still getting it, but I enjoy Gravity Falls just for the fun, wacky nonsense, not the bigger story. And While the big story is really good, I feel like that's starting to take over, and it's becoming a lot harder. You can't just do an episode about fun, wacky nonsense. You need to address the bigger story now. But I mean, it's still fun, entertaining. The animation's still gorgeous. Attention to detail. I mean, Gravity Falls is just the best show on Disney XD right now. I mean, out of the two I watch, are Rebels and Gravity Falls. But I'm confident saying that this is miles ahead of Rebels. Like, even though Rebels had a good season opener, I still feel like this is way better than Rebels. So yeah. So what'd you think of Gravity Falls? This episode? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Comment below and let me know. And as always, like, dislike, subscribe. And this is JStar60, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, take care.